Please welcome Mayor London Breed.
You know, it is something special about animals, and this is why we are all here today. We definitely get really attached. 3, 2, 1.
A lot of times we talk about how we rescue animals, but really, animals rescue us. They teach us so much about life, about generosity, love, compassion.
They make us better. They speak to the best parts of ourselves.
This building is so important to protecting the animals and protecting the people of the city.
That's maybe the essence of how we approach this with passion. What's best for the animals in the city of San Francisco?
This will probably go down as my favorite project, and I couldn't imagine a better opportunity for me personally as well as the rest of the Clark team.
I think of San Francisco as a world-class city, and I think it deserves a facility that's world-class, and that's what this building is. It's world-class.
I love how this building is now so prominent. You can even see it driving on the freeway. And before it was such a hidden warehouse building and no one really knew where the animal shelter was.
I got involved with the rebuild of the San Francisco Animal Care and Control Shelter after being inspired, having adopted an animal from SFACC at its former location. I really saw how inadequate the old facility was. And so when I was on the Board of Supervisors, I really wanted to make sure that ACC would be rebuilt into a world-class facility.
Every member of the Board of Supervisors voted to support building this new shelter. It was very important in the community to get this done and get it done right.
Okay, so we're outside on the Bryant facade, the Bryant Street face of Animal Care and Control. This would be considered, I would say, the primary face of the building. It was already known that San Francisco Animal Care and Control was in need of a new facility, and they needed a building that could provide a lot of space.
There was an architect, Jim Bucher, who was looking at properties around the city. He looked down the block and said, oh, there's this beautiful historic building that needs to be renovated, that's being underused right now.
So it was a big, large facility for the repair of the overhead lines.
It was first built in 1893 as the first coal-fired power plant for the cable cars in San Francisco. When we came into the facility, we had a large scope of demolition. We also seismically retrofitted the building by adding shotcrete walls, new footings. We also did a large scope of historic renovation with the windows and roof, and then also maintaining the historical integrity of the building.
This is an important piece of the history of the urban fabric of San Francisco. So it was important to give this building another life in terms of adaptively reusing it.
The major goal of this project was to really bring this building back to life and to turn it into a state-of-the-art facility for animal care.
This is quite a space. You can see all the way up to the roof. You get some of the brick, these beautiful old original windows with the shotcrete reinforced walls right here in front of you. You can see they did a real nice job following the curve of the window.
Pullman was contracted to perform the exterior masonry restoration as well as original wood window restoration. These massive industrial wood windows are really the essence of this whole building.
Windows were definitely neglected, but they were still repairable. We replaced all the glazing, we removed all the putty, which had hazardous materials, and infilled and then painted them all.
They blend in so good with the black color, with the masonry around it. It looks so modern and still historic. So for masonry restoration, it was critical for us to do a very thorough survey to see what are the condition of the mortar joints, what are the condition of the brick.
A lot of the brick stayed exactly the same. However, we wanted to clean it and replace some of the grout to look more authentic.
We worked very closely with our historic preservation consultant to find the right mortar color that blended in with the original, and then infilled with replacement bricks that were salvaged.
You're matching the looks and texture and color of the adjacent surfaces. So it just blends in a way that you would never be able to find there was any repair done there.
The challenges of building a new building inside of an old facade are super tough.
Always a challenge. There's always a problem. You turn down a wall, you don't know what's behind it.
We did not have, of course, CAD drawings that we could get from, the original design.
Coming in and working on the inside of a shell creates challenges for bringing in materials, steel, craning.
It is full of challenges, but through the coordination and communication Clark team had with its trade partners, it made it so much easier.
Whenever we encountered a problem, it was not whose fault is it, but how are we gonna fix this? And I think it was that attitude that every partner on the project had that made it so we finished on time and on budget.
Working with the Clark team, we gave this building a second life. And in doing so, we gave the occupants of this building, the animals, a second chance. And that was the real success of this project.
Animals have always had a special place in the hearts of San Franciscans, and now they have a special place in the heart of the city.
I used to say the old building was working against us. This building is working for us. It's helping us to succeed.
It's well lit, it's pretty, it's welcoming, it's open. It fosters more relationships.
The animals are way less stressed in this building. And so when the animals are calmer, it's easier to work with them. It's just easier to do your job.
The veterinary piece of the shelter is leaps and bounds above where we were practicing before.
There's a courtyard, so while you're visiting the shelter, you may see an animal at play or being trained.
And people can just sit in the lobby and watch that, and that's helped with our adoptions.
I'm incredibly proud to have worked on this team on this project and deliver a facility that people are excited to come to, adopt animals, volunteer.
What I love is that this building, which does have a rich history beyond what SFACC is doing right now, is preserved on the outside, and you walk in and it meets the current needs of the animals, the staff, and the community.
Each and every step we were taking was considering who is going to occupy this space. That's really the real essence of where the success lies for this project.
I hold this project very near and dear to my heart.